Goltsov gives up about 25 pounds to Ali Isaev. The arm reach is identical. Despite Denis Goltsov's height advantage, he does have a leg reach advantage of 3 inches. Heavyweight semifinal. The winner will face Jared Roshold in New York City. Lillian Garcia starts our final bout of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise, because this heavyweight semifinal is the last fight of the night. This fight is brought to you by Presidente. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a wrestler, standing at 6'3", officially weighing in at 264 pounds. At 7-0, he is the only undefeated fighter in the heavyweight division and was a 2008 Olympian. Here is the number 5 seed, fighting out of Dagestan, Russia, Ali Isaev. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he specializes in combat sambo. Standing at 6'5", he officially weighs in at 239 pounds. In 30 professional bouts, this veteran has 25 victories and 5 defeats. He is the number 1 seed, fighting out of St. Petersburg, Russia. Here is Denis Goltsov. Your referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean will oversee this heavyweight semifinal. Ali Isaev, the Olympic freestyle wrestler in the gray trunks. Denis Goltsov, the number 1 seed and World Combat Sambo champion in the blue. Gets right to work with the jab that he calls it golden. Inside leg kick from Isaev. Another jab there from Goltsov.
Now I wonder how comfortable when I say he, I'm talking about Goltsov, how comfortable Goltsov is going to be facing a man where that jab is not as jousting, because the man he's facing is just about as tall as he is.
Isaev very subtly switching stances there, perhaps to set up those spinning kicks. He's been successful in his career with spinning wheel kicks, which are not easy to find from a man of his size. A lot of respect shown in the early goings of this fight between these two fighters. Remember, both of them won a fight already tonight to get to this point. Fight twice, win twice for a shot at a PFL championship.
This feeling out process is kind of intense. Goltsov is the one doing the most questioning right now, but which tells me Isaev is looking to counter, but he also seems to be wanting to set up one of those spinning kicks.
We've seen that kick be a staple of the arsenal for our Dagestani fighters in season 2 here. Can Isaev land one against Denis Goltsov?
Now remember, they say there's a different dialect from traditional Russian in Dagestan. So I wonder if the corners are using that language, because I don't think Goltsov speaks the Dagestani dialect.
Goltsov hails from St. Petersburg. Avid outdoorsman. A lot of cross-training from his camp. Inside of Isaev's corner, his cousin Rashid Magomedov.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. You have to wake up. Go in, yes, yes. Go in first. Keep your hands up, hands up. Go in, you have to go in. Yes, initiate. Ali, you have to go in. 3 minutes left.
So the corner asking for more action and maybe aggression from Ali Isaev, who's been content to circle around the outside of the cage here for the first 3 minutes of this heavyweight semifinal.
Yeah, they seem to be telling him to be first, and I do get that. Because Goltsov is going to be able to make reads off of Isaev's defense And if that's the case, then Isaev is going to be on the back foot for the bigger portion of this fight.
Nice leg kick there from Goltsov. Extremely well-rounded fighter is Denis Goltsov. 10 knockouts, 10 submissions, 4 decisions to balance out his 24 career victories.
Feeling out process is slow, but these guys are heavyweights, man. We saw Goltsov put down Jared Rochat with a jab before, and it only takes one from men of this size.
Isaev continues to switch stances. Sometimes it's to set up wrestling attempts, sometimes it's to set up kicks. You just never know from a guy with his pedigree. Isaev actually told us in fighter meetings that before he was a wrestler, he was involved in Wushu Sanda all the way back in his youth, so he feels comfortable in the striking game. Right now, though, it looks like Denis Goltsov is initiating that puzzle.
Less than a minute left in this round, and I would say that Goltsov is slightly ahead simply because he's the man pressing forward, which says Isaev can steal this round with a big combination, landing something that does some type of damage.
Well, one of the tough things about rounds like this one is you can't really bank on how the judges are seeing it. There's just not enough action for you to really have a good sense either way as the fighter. I'd be curious to know what the corners are telling both of these men after a very tentative first round.
Absolutely.
15 seconds remain here. A trip to New York City for New Year's Eve on the line. We'll be back for round 2 next. Welcome back to Mandalay Bay. Sean O'Connell and Eve Edwards cage side. Ali Isaev, the freestyle Olympic wrestler and undefeated mixed martial artist, in the silver trunks with the wheel kick. Denis Goltsov in the blue. Will he get the golden jab going? Isaev reaches for a single, receives a right hand for his efforts. Eve, it would appear that both corners maybe told these men that they need to be a little more active in round number 2, bouncing around these heavyweights in the early going.
Yeah, I would have liked to have heard what Isaev's corner said to him, because he did shoot that shot, but he's got to set that up. I want to see him throw combinations and then look for the takedown.
High kick attempt there from Ali Isaev. More active in the striking. There's some head movement from the big Dagestani.
Jared Rochat's checking this one out, seeing who he's going to have a date with on New Year's Eve.
Remember, he lost in the regular season to Denis Goltsov, dropped with a jab. He wants that fight back. Probably rooting for the St. Petersburg native. Denis Goltsov controlling the inside of the cage here. Worth noting here that Ali Isaev, as far as mixed martial arts, he's only been in the cage professionally 7 times. Denis Goltsov, more than triple the experience.
Good shot. He's on the leg.
Single leg attempt here. Nice spot there for Goltsov. And he immediately grabs the front headlock. Isaev shrugs out of that position. Saw Goltsov debating there to flop back for a guillotine attempt.
And that takedown attempt by Isaev looked like he was working for a Barza guard, and that one is kind of hard to defend. But Goltsov was able to get his hips back. Once your hips are extended, good job, great shot.
Great timing on the shot, goes right underneath the right hand, but we saw this from Goltsov before.
Exact same technique.
Excellent sweep there by Denis Goltsov, and now he's cranking on the neck of Ali Isaev. He'll attempt to lace that left arm under his own thigh.
Right now, what Isaev needs to do is wrap his arms around Goltsov's body. Bridge, yes, bridge up, but then go from his left shoulder directly to his right shoulder as he bridges. Not try to roll from his hip to his hip, but from shoulder to shoulder.
Beautiful multifaceted attack from the top here for Denis Goltsov. He's punching with the right hand and attempting at the same time to force that left arm of Ali Isaev down If he can get the hand underneath his own thigh, it is a nasty, nasty Americana.
Nice reversal by Isaev, pulling Denis Goltsov over the top by trapping that arm in the elbow. And what we call that in wrestling a lot of times, the fat boy roll. You trap that arm and take him with you.
2 minutes remain here in round number 2. Denis Goltsov finds himself underneath an Olympic wrestler. Can he solve the puzzle and get out? Attempting that same sweep here, wants to elevate the hips of Ali Isaev with his left butterfly. Goltsov doing an excellent job there, tying up the arms of Isaev. No attack from the top.
Yeah, that butterfly sweep is probably not going to work for Goltsov again. Wrestlers usually give you just one of those.
Goltsov tying up the hands of Ali Isaev, negating any offense he can mount from the top here. But he's got his guard closed, and Eve, as you've told us, that means he is not getting up.
Not unless he knows how to fly. He's going to be on his back with his feet in the air. But those long legs, trying to work a high guard, he should work that guard a little bit higher, and there it goes. Looking for a triangle choke.
He gets the leg up over the shoulder.
Isaev pulls his head up and out. Good job.
55 seconds left here in round number 1. Denis Goltsov on the bottom here, underneath Ali Isaev. 250 plus pounds of Dagestani wrestling nightmare on top of the former Russian world Sambo champion.
We've heard the fight game, mixed martial arts, especially in the grappling department, be called kinetic chess before. We've heard that many times. And that's why this right here is a good example of why. They're constantly working, constantly thinking, plotting, looking for openings, creating openings themselves. This is what the fight game is all about.
Closing in on the end of the round here, second of 3 semifinal rounds. The winner has a date with Jared Rosholt in New York City for a championship. Goltsov finishes on his back. Third round next. Welcome back, Sean O'Connell, Eve Edwards. The final round of our heavyweight playoffs. Final round of our season 2 playoffs. Denis Goltsov in the blue with the jab, Ali Isaev in the gray. Perhaps, Eve, a round apiece, depending on how the judges saw it.
Yeah, and both of these men have to come out now and take this fight. I mean, each corner is probably telling them you need this one to win. You have to have this round. And to get this round, you're going to have to go out there and be offensive, be aggressive, and find and create your openings.
Remember, in these playoffs, it is fight twice, win twice. Both of these men had 2-round quarterfinals that went the distance. This is their 5th round of mixed martial arts tonight, into the championship realm.
Don't want to be backing up too much this round. You want to set your openings, create your openings, and capitalize on them.
Isaev switches stances after the leg kick lands from Goltsov. Standing southpaw here. Back to orthodox. Talking to his corner, perhaps. Goltsov continues the circle on the inside of the cage. Isaev retreating to his left. Back inside the blue corner. Rashid Magomedov along height.
Don't let him in, don't let him in. Don't let him break a leg. Keep your arms up, heads up.
Тренировка, спарринг, выскочи, работай, как ты должен, мы с тобой работаем.
Do something, be active. You gotta go in.
Isaev's corner asking for activity, which is a fair request. Right hand there from Denis Goltsov. Isaev with a spinning kick attempt. Blocked by Goltsov.
If I'm in Denis Goltsov's corner, what I would be screaming at him right now is, you've got to pop that jab. Keep it out there. Keep it in his face. Don't just paw with it. Keep touching and throwing it.
Let's see if that's what they're telling Denis Goltsov inside of his corner. Not a lot of input there from Goltsov's corner. My question here, Eve, is Is this the same striker we saw in the regular season? Goltsov very tentative here. I understand respecting the power of a man like Isaev, and of course, not leaving yourself open for takedown attempts in a close fight like this. But there's just not a lot going on with the fight very much up in the air, in my opinion.
Yeah, with it being the playoffs and you're so much closer to that $1 million opportunity. I mean, sometimes you can get in your own head, think a little too much and not relax and fight like yourself. I don't know if this is how he fights when things get closer and the skill set gets tighter.
Goltsov flicks the right hand. Isaev bounces off the cage and tries to answer with a left.
I would like to see Isaev commit to a combination, get Goltsov to plant his feet, and then change levels and try to run through with the double leg or any other takedown.
Inside of 2 minutes remaining in this heavyweight semifinal. Denis Goltsov in the blue trunks, the #1 seed. Ali Isaev, the #5. Both of these guys, world champion caliber athletes. Isaev, a freestyle Olympic wrestler back in 2008. Nice right hand there and a jab from Goltsov, starting to score late. Fakes a shot. Not where you want to be with Ali Isaev. If he can get chest to chest like this and into a clinch, Denis Goltsov wisely backs out. 1 minute remains here. Jared Rosholt watching intently. He will fight the winner of this bout on New Year's Eve in New York City for a PFL belt and potentially $1 million. Right hand attempted there by Isaev, glances off the shoulder of Denis Goltsov.
Goltsov should just start flashing that jab. When he has Isaev back against the fence like he does, and he's covering all of his motion, just keep flashing that jab. Keep Isaev on the defensive.
Time running out here for either man to make a significant statement. Big one! Ali Isaev with a prayer, and it's answered. Huge ground and pound. 10 seconds left. Denis Goltsov in big trouble. Can Isaev get a finish here before the bell? Herb steps in and waves it out. That's a TKO victory and a trip to New York City for Ali Isaev.
What was the time on the clock with that one?
2 seconds remaining. Ali Isaev pulls it out at the last moment. We wanted action. We got action right before the bell.
Oh my God.
The official decision when we come back. ESPN 2. Welcome back to Mandalay Bay. It was a slow burn in this this heavyweight semifinal, but at the very end, Ali Isaev able to pull it out. Eve, take us through this replay.
Ali Isaev lands a big overhand right off the top of Goltsov's head, and from there he sees his opening. He just jumps on top and fires lefts and rights, looking to create openings. As soon as he sees a spot where he can get that hand through, lands the big punch, and we see here as Goltsov starts to turn away. That warns Herb Dean that he needs to step in and save Goltsov. Watch the overhand right off the top of the ear. Boom, Goltsov goes down, and the big punches that follow were enough for Herb Dean to step in there and for Ali Isaev to book his ticket to Madison Square Garden on New Year's Eve.
I lied to you. I told you that there were 2 seconds left. Lillian Garcia will tell us exactly how much time was left when that finish came.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stoppage comes officially at 4 minutes and 59 seconds into round number 3. Your winner by TKO and advancing to the 2019 PFL World Championship, Ali Isaev.
There's a Presidente Championship moment for you with literally 1 second left on the clock. We'll put a bow on the playoffs when we come back.
Yeah. Get ready. Listen. What you wanna do? If you don't strike first, that's when they gon' come at you. Yeah. And you know it's true. Don't let your life get worse. Being timid, that ain't cool. Nah.